How's it going, everyone? I'm Danny Rodriguez, and it's time to review another movie. This time, it's the latest movie to be spoofed, a parody, and of course it stars Marlon Wayans. Where have you been, man? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen him, man, a few years. But it's good to see him back. You know, he's back at what he does best, doing the parodies. Probably my all-time favorite movie of the Wayans brothers is probably White Chicks. I love that movie, man. I grew up watching that. That was around the time. I mean, it was just fantastic and funny. And, you know, this movie that I'm about to review is obviously a spoof of 50 Shades of Grey, which is a crappy movie. It has a few moments. I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh my god, it's the most beautiful movie ever or anything. Nah. I mean, seeing Dakota Johnson nude, that's a pro, honestly. I mean, she's cute, a little, so, I mean, that's one of the good things. But, I mean, you're either into the BDSM thing or not. I mean, I think it's alright, do what you want. Chains, whips, cool. I mean, get your freak on. Let's do this, baby. But seriously, going on to this, this is what you expected to be, this movie. And I'm not going to spoil nothing. I'm just going to give you the pros, give you the cons, and the final score, tell you what I thought about it, tell you whether or not you should go see it in the theaters, whether you're watching this all the way later on down the road, whether to rent it, or just skip it in general. So, knowing Marlon Wayans and how it is, this movie is racist. I don't think he's racist in real life. It's just part of the, the script and everything. Racism, there's a lot of sex. I mean, there's balls, there's dicks, there's pussy. I mean, there's anything you want it to be, man. It's going to be in this movie, so definitely not for little 5-year-olds. But, yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's even dirtier than 50 Shades of Grey, man. It is. But we'll get right into it. I mean, all I can say is Marlon Wayans. I know Mike Epps, I believe that's his name. Mike Epps is in here as well. A few other known actresses, man, and actors. But other than that, here we go. Let's get down and dirty with this one. Here's my non-spoiler review for 50 Shades of Black. This movie has an estimated budget of $5 million. They're going to get their money back in the theaters. That's pretty good for $5 million. I don't know how much the budget was for 50 Shades of Grey. I'm pretty sure it was over $5 million. But for spoofing a movie, I mean, and for $5 million, that's pretty damn good. I can tell you the one thing walking out of the theater was I was laughing my ass off the whole entire time. This movie's funny to me. Yeah, there's a few jokes that are kind of like but honestly, it's probably my most favorite comedy of the year so far, and it'll be topped. It will. I mean, there's a lot of comedies coming out this year. Of course, Deadpool's only in 2 weeks, so. But I will say I laughed my ass off a lot. Where this is a funny movie. If you have a sense of humor and you know Marlon Wayans, you know his sort of comedy, then you're gonna like this movie. It's simple as that. The comedy and how accurate it is to 50 Shades of Grey. Because this movie, if you've seen 50 Shades of Grey, you know what's going to happen in this storyline. You know what Christian Grey to Christian Black, it's the same sort of thing. Every scene is going to try to copy what 50 Shades of Grey did, but just add comedy to it, and racism, and sex jokes, and things going on. So, that's what it basically is. So, it is very funny. I was laughing my ass off a lot. A few people were laughing, but I was the one laughing hard. Even when it continued to a next scene, and I was like, I was trying to settle down, don't cause attention. This fucker thinks it's funny. You think dicks are funny? So I was just like, laughing all low-key, just like, oh man. So it is a very funny movie to me, man. I'm not racist, I'm not, any of that. But when it's racist jokes and the way that they use it in this movie, I mean, very racist too, there's this, Vietnam woman or Philippine woman, and she's like, "You're Korean," and she starts doing like, and it's stupid. It's stupid comedy. If you love stupid comedy, you're gonna love this. If you're into like, oh, well, this ain't Ride Along 2 material. That's serious. That's a storyline. It's a spoof comedy. It's a parody. It's not an original movie. It's a spoof. What do you expect? Now, Marlon Wayans is a pro and a con in this movie. He adds a lot of the comedy in here, and sometimes his comedy doesn't work, sometimes it really does for me. But also, he tries to play Christian Black. Hello, I'm Christian Black. And then he goes right to, bitch, can you believe that? Like, he just goes right on to Marlon Wayans. Like, he goes from a character to just himself. And I'm literally like, really? Like, he just switches back and forth like he's all serious. Do you want to dance? And then he goes right to being just like, oh, goddamn bitch. Like, he literally just goes straight to that, and it's sort of like, it kind of like, there's no consistency or, like, no thing, like, the editing in here, it just goes, like, it does a joke, and then he offends the woman, like, oh, man, you're a fat well. And then, like, she's just like, oh, so what are we going to do later? Like, it's that sort of, like, there's no, it's weird editing, man, honestly. It's that sort of thing that kind of, like, it's not really even really considered a movie. It's just a parody, really. I mean, it's one of those where it's just not really. Yeah, I mean, Marlon Wayans done way better, man. He is funny in this movie, but it's not his best. There's a character named Eli in here, and he makes me laugh a lot. I'm very sad that they didn't show him more in this movie because he's Christian's brother. But what they do with this character is fantastic. It makes me laugh a lot. And then another scene, I'm not going to mention much about this, but there's a strip club scene. It's like a Magic Mike sort of parody right there and then, so I will say that was pretty good. That was some good, well-needed laugh. And the director, I believe his name is Michael Titus. The T is silent. It's Tiddes. I think Titus, Michael Titus. His directing style, man, the cinematography in here, also who the cinematographers are. But I will say that I thought 50 Shades of Grey, last year 50 Shades of Grey, I thought it had good directing in there, man. The shots, the building shots, the way that they captured the two characters, I think that it was, the way the camera was pretty well done. That's why it was a well-shot film. Was it a well-acted movie or script? Maybe not, but the directing was pretty good, man. I really would say I'm a big fan of the directing of 50 Shades of Grey for the most part. And here, the directing, they try to copy as much 50 Shades of Grey as they can, and I will say that I do like the way it is directed. I like the shots. There are a few cool shots in here. They try to capture it as down, as 100% accurate as it can, and then some. But I will say I do like the directing. Michael Titus, what you did in here, really awesome, man. Really cool. I really like your take on the 50 Shades of Grey book, even though he's holding a 50 Shades of Grey book, and he's like, who wrote this shit? Fucking stupid. And the bad stuff of the movie, some stuff didn't make sense. I mean, literally, some stuff, like, it's almost like none of this is happening. Like, none of it's happening at all. It's like I said, oh, you're fat, well, and then she's just like, she ignores that. She doesn't even, like, she's just like, oh, well, we should go out for ice cream. Like, that's just an example. Like, it's just never, like, there's never, I mean, literally, some stuff don't make sense. She has an ass of steel, and then she's crying that her ass hurts later on. It's just, it's that stupid sort of spoof comedy that you know. As well as, I wrote something else as the ending. The ending itself, oh my god, you know how 50 Shades of Grey ends, right? The original, where it's like, Anastasia, Christian, that. But then it continues. It continues after that in this movie for like 4 more minutes. I'm like, why did you not just end the way it ended the last time? It was just stupid how they continued the ending. I was like, because this movie is funny. It is a very funny movie to me, and it's not the greatest. I don't think it'll be the greatest comedy of the year. As a movie itself, the script, the writing, and everything, it's not that good. It's not a good movie. It's not even okay. It's really a bad movie. It's a crappy movie. It's a crappy parody off of a crappy movie, but it still makes me laugh because it's hard to review comedy sometimes, dude. I mean, it's not like Dirty Grandpa. It's not like Ride Along 2. Those are actual storyline plots. This is a spoof. So, saying that, I mean, it's bad, this movie. I mean, it's worth watching, but it's not worth watching in theaters unless you're a Marlon Wayans fan and you love his comedy, you love that sort of, like, spoof comedy, then you'll like this movie. But if you don't like that sort of things and you're like, I could wait on that, you could wait on it, but I would recommend, if you're into those sort of comedies, either see it in theaters or just wait for rental. It is a movie worth checking out one day in the future. So overall, I'm going to end up giving 50 Shades of Black a 5 out of 10. I couldn't find it. I was like, it's good. It's funny to me, very funny, where I'd want to see it again one day in the future. Because it is slow and sort of the scenes are slow and boring. Like 50 Shades of Grey was. Like when 50 Shades of Grey, when they go visit, Christian visits his mom and everything, that scene in here was slow as well. Like, I found all the scenes that were slow in 50 Shades of Grey were slow in this as well, where I was like, oh, that scene where they're going to go walk or something, oh, that was a boring scene in 50 Shades of Grey. And it's a boring scene in this movie, too. Like, I just found that it was just really very boring at times, and where it wasn't that funny. a few parts. But for the most part, I think this is my favorite comedy of 2015 or 2016. Excuse me, I've been saying 2015. Excuse me for that. 2016 so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully all of you enjoyed. Comment down below, tell me your thoughts on 50 Shades of Black, and if you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate that. More movie reviews coming your way. Jane Got a Gun, Kung Fu Panda 3, Hail Caesar. Man, much more, man. Zoolander 2, Deadpool, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. The Choice. Oh, God. Here we go. Let's have a good one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your January. If you're watching this later down the road, hopefully you're having an awesome day, have an awesome week, have an awesome month, have an awesome year. And also, what I was going to say was, the next 50 Shades of Grey movie, the sequel 50 Shades Darker or whatever, I want Marlon Wayans to make a spoof of that. I want him to continue the journey. That's how bad it was, but it was good at the same time, where I want to see another one of Marlon Wayans doing this. I have to. I need it. I need it now. See you guys later. God bless. Bye-bye.